11, an investigation is underway in Aloha after an apartment fire leads to a woman's death. Plus, social media app TikTok goes dark in the U.S. when the platform could return. And later, Washington County preparing for dangerous cold, how they're making sure everyone stays safe. And thanks for joining us here at 11. I'm John Adams. One person is dead and multiple families are displaced after an apartment building in Aloha caught fire this afternoon. Work is now underway to determine the scope of the damage. Firefighters from Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue arrived at an apartment complex on Southwest Maple Oak Lane in Aloha just before 2:30 on Saturday afternoon, after receiving a call that a 3-story apartment building had caught fire.
There was heavy fire in one of the bottom floor units. The fire had extended to the second and third floor.
As crews began fighting the fire, firefighters started a search of the building to look for residents who may have been trapped inside.
In that search, they did find one person and patient who's treated on scene, but unfortunately succumbed to their injuries.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office has identified that person as 64-year-old Robin L. Wilkinson. Officials say the unit Wilkinson was in sustained the most damage. No other residents or pets were injured. The fire impacted 6 units in total. The Red Cross has stepped in to assist 5 families who have been displaced. Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue and the Washington County Sheriff's Office are conducting a joint investigation to try and determine how the fire started.
We have a fire investigator that's working right now to get interviews of witnesses that were here. Then they'll start working on analyzing burn patterns and other evidence that might help them in determining the cause of the fire.
Investigators say it's unknown right now whether any crimes were involved. And we have breaking news tonight. Washington County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a crash on Southwest Tualatin Valley Highway involving a pedestrian. It happened between Southwest 209th and 198th Avenues in Aloha. The Sheriff's Office says the pedestrian was drunk and crossed the street while ignoring traffic signals. The pedestrian suffered serious injuries and was taken to a Portland trauma center. The highway was briefly closed during the response. New at 11, social media platform TikTok has gone dark in the U.S. ahead of a ban that takes effect tomorrow. Around 7:30 tonight, users who tried to open the app were told that TikTok isn't available right now. About 20 minutes later, it was apparently taken off Apple and Google's app stores. It's after passage of a bill originally pushed by President-elect Donald Trump during his first administration and then was signed by outgoing President Joe Biden and unanimously upheld by the Supreme Court on Friday. President-elect Trump says he will most likely give TikTok a 90-day extension from a potential ban that's set to take effect tomorrow. Trump told NBC News Meet the Press moderator Kristen Welker in a phone interview today he would probably announce it on Monday. We'll be following Trump's inauguration alongside any potential announcements over TikTok. Well, turning now to weather, we have had some cold nights ahead of us, but fairly quiet conditions across the valley and the metro. Meteorologist Joe Ranieri is joining us now with a quick look at what's ahead. Joe?
Relatively quiet and downright cold over the next couple of mornings, and that includes tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Right now, we're looking at temperatures, John, in the upper 20s, low 30s. This morning, a lot of locations, especially in rural Washington County over in Hillsborough, you woke up to a temperature right around 24, 25 degrees. Just expect to see that cold air in place again for your Sunday morning. And currently over in the Central Oregon coast, temperatures are in the low 30s. So take a look at these temperatures, how quickly they're going to drop. This is what it's going to look like tomorrow, right around 5:30, 6 o'clock. Anywhere from 28 to 30 degrees is going to be the temperature. Tomorrow afternoon, though, we'll be waking up to some morning frost and fog with a lot of sunshine. In fact, that sunshine sticks around a good portion of this upcoming week. And on the satellite radar, we're looking at a strong ridge of high pressure that is going to be with us all the way into the end of next week. Right now in downtown Portland, a temperature of 35 degrees. The watches and warnings down in southern Oregon, air stagnation advisory. Meanwhile, this white color you see along the coast and the valley, that is a cold weather warning that will be in place tomorrow night and into early Monday morning. We're going to talk about that in a little bit and what that means for the wind chill, especially throughout the Columbia River Gorge. That's coming up in about 10 minutes from now.
All right, Joe, thank you. And as we expect those temperatures to drop to dangerously low levels over the next couple of nights, Washington County is activating its severe weather shelters. They'll include the Beaverton Community Center and for the first time, the Blanton Street Building. Now, this is video of them setting up in Blanton. They opened at 5 tonight and will stay open 24 hours a day for the next couple days.
This is extra shelter capacity to ensure no turnaway. So anyone who doesn't have a safe place to sleep tonight, folks outside, folks in cars, folks unsure where they're going to go, we really want to encourage everyone to come inside so people can stay safe over these dangerously cold temperatures.
Multnomah County says it's monitoring the overnight forecast and is not planning to open any emergency shelters just yet. New tonight, 2 men were arrested on Friday in North Portland for allegedly being involved in a street takeover. Officers were tipped off around 9:30 to several cars drifting and sliding in the area of North Columbia Boulevard and Simmons Road. A Portland police drone captured the drivers drifting around a security vehicle that was trying to get them to leave. One of the drivers arrested had an illegally possessed firearm. Both were booked into the Multnomah County Jail and their cars were seized. Santa Ana winds have finally died down, allowing firefighters to bring almost 40,000 acres of wildfires under control. The fires have killed at least 27 people and destroyed more than 12,000 buildings. Some people have been allowed to return to evacuation zones, but tens of thousands more are waiting to find out what may be left of their homes. The Oregon State Fire Marshal's office said in an update today, most of the strike teams from our state here in Oregon began another 24-hour shift this morning. The Fire Marshal's office shared these photos and said the strike teams have teamed up with a crew from Idaho to tackle hotspots in the Altadena area. The Fire Marshal also shared photos of an Oregon-based crew rescuing 2 adults from the Palisades fire. The Douglas County strike team says it was looking for hotspots when they heard people inside a home. Turns out 2 older adults were injured and had been without food and water for several days. The team was able to get them to safety and called the pair's family to let them know they were safe.
Always good to, make a difference. That's what we're here for, to find people, make their day a little better if we can.
After the rescue, the firefighters returned to work putting out hotspots in the neighborhood. And thanks to your generous support, KGW has raised more than $60,000 in partnership with the Red Cross to help with relief efforts in Southern California. And it's not too late to help out. You can donate by scanning the QR code on your screen. We also have links at KGW.com where you can donate in person at any U.S. bank branch. And an update now to a story we reported on last week. Some good news after viewers reached out when their neighbor had their mobility scooter stolen from her yard. Another viewer also made contact with us saying they wanted to donate their scooter to Woodland woman Lisa Harkness. Harkness and her husband both rely on mobility scooters to get around, especially after their car broke down just before Christmas. We caught up with Lisa and viewer Gary Jansen as they made the handoff.
It was my wife. She had watched the program and she says, we've got this scooter that's sitting here in the garage gathering dust. It's not doing anything. We could donate it to Goodwill and they would resell it, or we could try to get some money out of it. We probably wouldn't get that much. And so here's somebody who really needs help. And so that's the thing to do.
God's been good and people's been good, and it's restored my faith that there are good people in this world.
Lisa said with their GoFundMe, they're hopeful to look for a new car in the coming week. If you'd like to help out, you can find that link under this article on our website, kgw.com.